Hello everyone, I'm here with my video on Jodie's Daddy is a Garbage Man by Matthew Licht. This is the question answers video part 2. Here I have tried to cover all the extra questions which will give you a very good revision. For those who have not read the chapter, I have a live session also of this chapter. You can find it in the playlist. Question answers video is also there in the chapter. The textbook questions are there. I'm here in this video with all the extra questions. Before starting with the extra questions, let us quickly go through the summary of the chapter. Mr. Swales asks his class about what their parents do when children in Jodie's class start laughing at Jody because her father is a garbage man. Mr. Swales is angry at their behavior. He emphasizes that a sanitation engineer has an important and useful job, so everyone should say sorry to Jody and write a letter to Jodie's father appreciating what he does for all of them. Jody is embarrassed and starts to cry when she reaches home. When her father insists, she tells him that her classmates make fun of her in school because her father is a garbage man. Her father tries to humor her and make her feel better. He tells her that being a garbage man is a dirty job. He also tells her that he loves his job and the people he works with. Then he comes up with a plan. He asks her to accompany him to work and see the work he does. Early next morning, Jody accompanies her father to work. Garbage men and garbage women come over to say hello to Jody and they tell her that her father is a nice person. Jody's father and his partner Big Al pick up a truck and they begin to work. Jody watches her father at work and sees how he enjoys his work. Soon Jody feels tired of all picking up of garbage and throwing it in the truck. So they stop to have some food. Soon the garbage truck gets full and they return to the garbage dump to dump the garbage at the garbage heap. Big Al lets Jody empty the truck and they drive down the garbage heap. Jody feels tired but happy. At the end of the day, Jody feels happy and proud that her father is a garbage man because she feels everyone makes garbage, but it is her father who takes it all away. So that was the revision. Now, are you ready for revision? Let us quickly go through all the questions that can be formed in this chapter. Question 1. What was Mr. Swales talking about in the class? The answer is Mr. Swales was asking his students what their parents did all day about their profession or occupation. He also wanted to find out what they wanted to be when they grew up. Question 2. What did Billy Midzer say about his parents? The answer is Billy Midzer said that his father worked in a bank and he too wanted to do the same as there was a lot of money in the bank. Question 3. What did Emmy Salvo say about her parents? What did she want to do in future? The answer is Emmy said that her parents had a grocery store. Her father sat at the counter and her mother kept the cash register. She said that she wanted to be an airline pilot in future. Question 4. What was Jodie's reaction when Shirley Danes yelled, "Jodie's daddy is a garbage man. Be you." The answer is Jodie felt her face turn bright red. She looked around the whole classroom. Everyone was laughing. Some kids were even holding their noses. Later, Jodie started crying out in the hall. Out of the hall. She didn't want to cry in front of everybody. but she couldn't hold back any more. Mr. Swales knelt and gave her his handkerchief to blow her nose. He also comforted her. Question 5. How did Mr. Swales react when everyone started laughing at Jody because her father was a garbage man? The answer is Mr. Swales was very angry and scolded the students. He told them that they should be ashamed of themselves as being a garbage man or sanitation engineer was a very difficult and enormously useful job. He told them that garbage was a serious matter and they should be grateful to Mr. Harris for his work. He asked them to write an appreciation letter to Mr. Harris. He then apologized to Jody in private and told her that there was nothing wrong with being a garbage man or a sanitation engineer. Question 6. How did Jodie's father know that she was sad? The answer is when Jodie's father came to walk her home from school as usual, Jody didn't run to him the way she always did. At home, she cried for a long time in her room. Her father heard her and knew that she was sad. Question 7. Did Jody share with her father about what happened in the class? The answer is initially Jody felt that her father would feel bad and sharing the incident of the class would hurt his feelings. Later, she told him that all her classmates had laughed at her as he was a garbage man who did a dirty job and who smelled bad. Question 8. Was Jodie's father angry when Jody told him about the class incident of that day? The answer is Jodie's father didn't seem angry, hurt, or sad. His big white teeth gleamed under his walrus mustache. Her father hugged her and told all about his work. He even told her that he would take her next day to see what was the work of his father so that she would understand how important and fun her father's work was. Question 9. How did Jodie's father take care of himself? The answer is Jodie's father would take a long hot shower when he got home so that he was clean. Question 10. Did Jody enjoy being at work with her father? The answer is yes. Jody enjoyed being at work with her father. She helped her father and Big Al throughout the day. She learned a lot about her father's work. By the end of the day, she was tired but happy. She told Mr. Harris and Big Al that she wanted to be a garbage man when she grew up. This shows that over the day she had shared her initial embarrassment over her father's work and realized how it was an important yet fun job. She was proud of her father. Question 11. What did Jody have for lunch? The answer is Jody had a cheeseburger and a vanilla milkshake. She thought it was fun to eat lunch at 10 o'clock in the morning. Big Al and Jody's dad had coffee. Question 12. Jody was of two minds as she fell asleep. Why? The answer is Jody was confused and unable to decide what to do. She was excited. Her father was going to take her to work, but wasn't sure she wanted to see or touch disgusting, stinking garbage. Question 13. What did Jody see at the depot? The answer is the garbage truck depot wasn't far away. The place really didn't smell too good. Jody wrinkled her nose. Men and women were at work in the depot even though it was so early in the morning. Everybody was yelling and the truck engines were loud, but they seemed to be having a good time. Garbage men and garbage women came over to say hello to Jody. They said her father was a nice guy. Big Al was Jodie's daddy's partner. He drove the truck. Big Al, as his name implied, was big. He had an unlit cigar in the side of his mouth, and he didn't say much. Question 14. What did Jody observe at the first stop for picking garbage that was 20 blocks away? The answer is Big Al stopped the truck. Jody and her daddy jumped off. On the curb was a big pile of plastic bags full to bursting with foul, reeking garbage, metal garbage cans with the lids barely on. Jody's daddy was strong. He picked up garbage bags that looked like they weighed 500 pounds and tossed them into the garbage truck like nothing. He hoisted garbage cans, shook and slammed them against the back of the truck until they were empty. She heard bottles crash, tin cans crunch. The garbage truck took and gobbled garbage. Pretty soon no more garbage was left. Jody helped put the garbage cans back where they belonged. Then she and her daddy grabbed the iron rails on the back of the truck and they took off again. Question 15. What did Jody see at the dumping ground? The answer is the dump was way out of town. The garbage dump was huge. You could smell it from a mile away. They drove through a gate in a big chain link fence. Seagulls flew all over the dump. They screamed and cawed and fought in the air and on the ground. They found stuff to eat at the garbage dump. The fence couldn't keep them away. Big Al showed her which buttons to push. The back of the truck rose until the garbage spilled out. Jody pulled the cord to honk the horn. Seagulls flew away screaming. When the truck was empty, Big Al took over. He and Jody drove down the garbage heap again. Jody and her dad rode in front with him on the way back to town. Jody was tired but happy. Question 16. What lesson does the story teach us? The answer is, from the story, we learn that no job is insignificant. All jobs that help the society have dignity, be it of a mechanical engineer or a sanitation engineer. What is important is that we work hard and enjoy our work. I hope this video was helpful to you. It must have given a good revision, a good recap of the whole chapter. Do take good care of yourself. All the best. Bye.